What up guys, good morning and welcome back. So this week we'll be looking at a new brand, or at least to us a new brand called Parker Provisions, and this one's straight up out of California, established last year. And you guys know me, I mean born and raised in California, so I got a soft spot for good design and especially brands out of California. But particularly we're looking at their firm hold pomade today. So essentially, beautiful jar, reminds us a lot of the backstreet of California, but let's go ahead and take a close-up look at it. So this is their firm hold pomade. So they sell a myriad of things, but particularly today at least we are interested in their pomade and specifically the firm hold. So you can kind of see they have a scent, cedarwood, firm hold, Parker Provisions. Nice printed on labeling here, not a sticker, so definitely put in the extra effort to make it look really nice and clean. I imagine the bear is paying homage to the California flag. Has a glass jar very similar to the Backstreet California jar, but I do want to acknowledge that the glass is not as thick, and this is good because Backstreet really likes to fake how much product they actually give you, and this one's a little more honest. This is a 2-ounce jar, so more in line with what we see from like the salon level or like the higher end products, so half the usual ounceage that we typically see with home brewers, but still more than enough to last us say like a month or so, depending on how much we use. We have a made in US, directions and ingredients on one side, and then kind of opening up anyways, you can kind of see the product has a nice kind of nude like hue to it, and also you can kind of see like the texturing from like what I imagine to be the clay, but let's go ahead and use it. So I mean, as I mentioned before, the scent of the product is like cedar wood, but it's definitely not the kind of cedar like you were imagining, or at least I was imagining, because I mean you guys smell a lot of like pencils made out of cedar. You guys also, I personally use smoking planks for cooking made out of cedar, and that cedar scent is a very strong, spicy, astringent at times, a very particular smell. But this one, it's a lot more subtle, and it's a lot more reminiscent of like kind of like the smoothness of the wood, kind of like the moisture, the softness of the wood. So it's cedar that you can definitely feel it, but it lacks that bite. So let's go ahead and just style off it now, and scooping it out, it comes out super easily, and it actually has this beautiful matte-ness to it right now. Like with most like pomades, you kind of scoop it out and they almost glisten in some way, just because of the oils, but this one automatically, like I guess, is unique, and to the point where I can notice it at least, that it has this cool little like matte-ness to it. It's just like a matte cream. The cedar comes out a little bit more, but still not super spicy at all, so something to acknowledge. And it applies very easily. You can feel the grip coming into play, not necessarily like a transformation or the product kind of hardening or anything, but something that is a little more stable, a little more static, but you do feel it. So we can at least be pretty confident in that we'll be able to style with this, just based purely off of how it feels while applying. Probably just need one more scoop, seems like more than enough. And also with a product that is in a 2-ounce jar, we want to test to see it really how much product we need, so we can gauge like how long this jar would last. But yeah, so with that kind of spread around, we'll go ahead and just comb everything back. As you can see, my comb is moving through my hair very easily. It's a pleasure to comb through, and let's go ahead and start styling it. So go ahead and call that done, and kind of, as you can see, very good height, very good shape, and just everything beautifully formed. I mean, so the nice thing is that though, at least the way I interpreted it, it's not necessarily a clay pomade, it definitely has clay in it based on the ingredients, and so what you get is this kind of like neutral finish type of like water-based pomade that, because of the clay, kind of removes the moisture, allowing you to really optimize that hold again and get a lot of volume. So kind of just really versatile, because you could still texture it as I did, just because that's what I prefer now, that's what I'm used to, and especially if it's gonna have a clay in it, there's no way I'm not gonna texture it. So kind of going through the list overall, again, consistency, smooth like a cream. I mean, very nice application to breeze. The shine, the finish is definitely, I would say, like a neutral finish. Oh damn, I got a white hair in there now. Anyways, yeah. Slickness, or like texture wise, the slickness, it definitely has this dry pastiness that really keeps things together, kind of like a little waxiness is like kind of coming out. Texturing, you can definitely go with a clean or textured pomp. There is clay in there, that is that nice grittiness that you will feel while styling it with your fingers or a comb. And the strength is definitely, I would say, the strength is a medium firm, but the volume is very good. It is definitely the volume you would typically see with a firm hold product, just because the clay really removes the moisture, allowing you to really optimize on that. And the control overall, very easy to use, very straightforward, and the clay just really makes it even easier to get volume out of it. But yeah, so go throughout the whole day now, come back in a few hours and talk about how well it performed. Alright, let's go ahead and wrap up this review. So, kind of late into the day now, and this is kind of the effect that we get at the end of the day. So, Parker Provisions Firm Hold Pomade still provides a good amount of volume. I mean, just look at that. Still good texture, the finish is still the same. It's not the most resilient like pomade, obviously. You guys, we talked about this before. The hold is like more like a medium firm, but it's really the dryness that is caused by the clay, or like the removal of the moisture, that really allows you to optimize, giving you the volume you would normally associate with like a firm hold. But it's not the resilience of a firm hold. But at the same time, with resilience and endurance comes also like goopiness, and that kind of like it being very heavyweight, very thick in general. And I typically never prefer that. I want something nice, light, airy, comfortable, easy to work with, and kind of just, I don't even have to think about it during the day. And so this is what we get. Restyling, definitely possible. You can finger comb it back, and you still get the volume, as you can clearly see here. So kind of one of the things we want to talk about. Washing it out, basically, like add some shampoo, add some water, it comes out, all of it. Basically not greasy at all, not dry at all during the day, just feels like it's not even there, which is super nice, especially today, weekend, I want to relax. It's a perfect match. So as like a water-based pomade that has clay, I would argue this is pushing more towards the clay pomade. It receives my seal of approval because it is very much a clean, very refined, very just, it tackles all the different points that you want in a clay pomade. You got good hold, you have a lot of volume, you have great texture, and then it also stays away from being like too goopy, overly strong, overly resilient, and it kind of is able to kind of also capture some of that cream pomade characteristic in regards to the consistency, the application, just how it feels in hair. So because of how comfortable and how easy it is and relaxing the experience of using this product is, that's why it receives my seal of approval. But yeah, so tomorrow we'll look at the other one, the medium hold, but hope you guys got something out of the review today. This has been Parker Provision Firm Hold Pomade. Take care guys, and see you tomorrow.